All right, everybody, welcome back to the Raven Roundup. We are here with episode 3. I'm Ben, here to bring you information on all things Raven sports.
And I'm JJ. Today we will cover the past week since break is over as well, and an interview with your Royal Oak girls basketball captains.
Yes, I sat down with them. It was a great interview. And yeah, it was just really an enjoyable time, and I can't wait for you guys to hear that. So let's get right into basketball. The boys currently have a record of 5-4. They're going to try to break the record even. Friday, they play at Pontiac. Over the break, the boys play Bloomfield, Ferndale U, and Rochester. Here's how those games looked. So against Bloomfield, senior captain Nick Hoffman called game. He had a game-winning shot to win it 44-42, and sophomore C.J. Harrison added 19 that game. Nobody's really surprised there. You know, he's always
popping off.
CJ's like that. And then they beat Ferndale U 45-40. Sam Zeller had 18, and Urim Patino also had 18 that game. And then in a tough loss to Rochester with a score of 43-36, Nick Hoffman and C.J. Harrison led the team with 11 points each.
Yeah, both of them are always at the top, leading that team.
Always, yeah. Not surprised there.
Mm-hmm. So now we're going to move it over to girls basketball. The girls started break off with an unfortunate loss to Adams with a score of 38-30. Senior captain Lucy Freytag led with 13 points. Luckily, they bounced back against Athens with a win 43-37. Senior captain Hannah Saunders led with 15. Maddie Lawrence added 13, and Jordan Hills with 7. They are now 3-3 on the year.
All right, so speaking of girls basketball, let's get right into the interview with them. All right, everybody, I'm here with the Royal Oak girls basketball captains, Lucy, Hannah, and Jordan. So, guys, how you guys doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. So let's just get right into it. How do you guys think your senior season is going so far?
I think it's going pretty well. Not the strongest start that we've seen for ourselves, but 3-3 is pretty solid. Haven't had any league games yet, so we've played some tough opponents. Getting ready for some league play coming up next week.
Yeah, it's been quite an adjustment from last year, so getting used to that and continuing to work with the team that we've played with over the summer and just kind of continuing to work before league play, I think it's going well.
Yeah, and just like build off of what we did in the summer, just take it to the season and just like keep working and getting ready for the league games.
Do you guys plan to play in college? I don't know if you guys for other sports or whatnot, but basketball?
Definitely looked into it leading up to this year, but ever since like playing AAU and things like that, that kind of leads you down that path. But I've kind of turned away from it just with looking at colleges, wanting to get a bigger school experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking that much into playing basketball in college at all. I'm looking more towards big schools and yeah.
I agree. I think I'm looking towards more big schools, but I've definitely thought of doing like club basketball and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the same
imagine.
boat. Yeah. I don't want to do all that.
Uh-huh.
So right now you guys are currently 3-3 on the year. What expectations or goals do you guys have for the rest of the season?
Win the league, win the
win the league, yeah.
districts like we did last year. First team to go back-to-back would be very cool for us.
Yeah, for sure.
And definitely like attainable and just keep me working to have a winning record for the league. And yeah.
We just played Athens the other day, and they're in our district, so knowing that we can go get after a team like that gives us some insight on what the postseason will look like for us.
What do playoffs look like? Does everybody make it, or do you guys need like a certain record?
Yeah, so everyone makes districts. Just depends on if you have like a play-in game into the actual tournament or not. But yeah, we're hosting this year, so we're pretty excited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. That makes it a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So what does Coach Zapata do to keep you guys motivated, you know, after a loss or even just having like a tough practice? You know, how does he kind of keep you guys on track?
He kind of like refocuses us when we kind of like turn away and have like negative thoughts and stuff, and kind of just like reassures us to make sure like we're a good team. We can like focus again and just work to like the best we can be.
He likes to put quotes on our scouts too to kind of frame us for the next game. So just getting us in a new mindset. I know we'll go over a good scout today, and I bet he'll just give us some positive thoughts ahead for tomorrow.
Yeah, and our scouts normally tend to focus on just the one game. He's never trying to overwhelm us by showing us like a bunch of games. Even when we have 2 in 1 week, it's always just the next game and really focusing on that. And so if we're ever worried about how a game might go, we kind of in practice work on specific things that these teams are going to do, and we'll see. And so that's always very like nice and helpful.
Is there a game coming up that you guys are looking most forward to?
I'm just excited to get league play started.
Yeah,
that's
I agree.
something that's
Start leagues next week, so.
How many games do you guys have left in the year?
Ooh,
Oh.
16? The regular season?
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah,
regular season.
something
That's
like
long.
Yeah,
That's long.
22 games in the regular season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still early. So I mean, 3
Yeah.
and 3 right now. I mean, you guys have a lot of room.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
So as seniors, what's been your favorite memory so far, playing basketball throughout your whole career?
For me, winning districts definitely was one of the highlight because it was so rewarding and it was just such like accomplishment for us.
Yeah.
And it's just like a mark on the school. Like we got our like districts 24 up on the school board, and it was
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
it even further, going into regionals last
Yeah,
year
for
was
sure.
such a cool experience. So
No,
Yeah.
being able to do that and being like one of the first teams to do that, and that was really cool. Even knowing the game that was gonna be right after that one, that was still
facing the eventual like state contenders.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
got to
but-
play them.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, so today, the day of us filming, is the wrestling senior night. So we're here to honor Noah Antoine, Malachi Beeland, Connor George, Frank Minnick, and Mariana Van Fleet. We will have updates on this special night for you next episode.
Yeah, senior night, always special night. I had my only senior night this year. So
Yeah.
I'm not playing another sport. But yeah, it's always super fun and it'll be exciting for them.
Yeah, maybe you should run track. You could have a senior night for that.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Anyways, so M1 Griffins. The Griffins, they've been busy. Over break they had quite a few games. They also won the University of Liggett tournament for the first time in team history.
Team history?
That was at the start of break. I believe that was the 21st. Yeah, it's super cool, super cool. So here's how the past weeks have looked for the Ravens. So they beat Bay City with a final score of 1-0, and the goal was scored by Raven Adam Lampman. Then they beat Stony Creek 6-3, and Raven Jacob Gaynor scored, as well as our goalie. Our goalie scored that game
Our
too.
goalie scored?
He goes to Ferndale, but man, he's a stud, and yeah, he scored. It was last minute after they pulled their goalie.
Last minute, too?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It was sweet. And then they beat Port Huron Northern 4-3. But it's safe to say the Griffins, they're rolling and they're ready for anything. You know, I'm not surprised here. I was talking to Adam earlier in the season. He was saying they're going to be good, and
I mean, what do
they
you
are.
expect? Yeah. So now we're going to move over to men's swim and dive. So they were Power Tower champions. Gavin Cavell placed first in all 3 sets. Nolan Till placed 2 times as well. The guys had an amazing week and a lot of great stuff to be proud of. The man of the week was freshman Callan Harmson for having a perfect attendance and being coachable. Congrats to everyone on the team.
Yeah, that's really awesome. You know, that's sweet. You know, everybody in Royal Oaks winning this week is what it feels like.
Yeah, and perfect attendance is hard too. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, I'll be missing a couple days. So.
Friday is a busy night as well. I know there's a girls basketball game, boys basketball game, and the Griffins play. So
Oh,
make sure you guys
packed week,
yeah,
huh?
make sure you guys show up to a game this Friday because there's plenty, so you can't miss them.
All right, so thanks for listening to episode 3 of the Raven Roundup, season 2. We hope that you were able to get all the updates for winter sports and enjoy the interview with our Royal Oak girls basketball captains.
Once again, thank you all for listening and or watching the Raven Roundup as we round up all of the amazing Raven teams. We will be back here next week with another episode. I'm your host, Ben Machiniak.
And I'm your co-host, Javian Johnson, and we will see you all next time on the Raven Roundup.